Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of DREADLOCK. I'm going to great. Today we're doing something new, so make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you guys are new. Since we're looking at this right now, this is my family page on Instagram. It is the_great_family. Make sure to go give us a follow. Show us some love, everybody. Now in today's video, we're going to be looking up Lil Skies' new dreadlocks. So we're going to look him up on Instagram right here. This is the only photo we actually see of him with his dreadlocks, and it's a very far photo, but I did figure I'd show you guys some of his old photos when he has his braids. Very famous for like these braids right here, the plaits or the box braids, whatever you want to call them. We've also seen this hairstyle in Lil Yachty, but he has the beads at the end. Of course, Lil Skies' hair is actually very unique and actually really cool. It's interesting how his braids are actually really skinny, which also reminds me of Lil Yachty. But we also can't forget that we've seen this with A$AP Rocky, and another person who has had these is Travis Scott. So we see Travis Scott right here with the same thing. But as you notice, Travis Scott's are a little thicker than Lil Skies. So let's go to Lil Skies hashtag, and we can see that we find a lot more photos of his hair. Right here is actually a really good photo of his dreadlocks. You can see that he has the double braids back, and then he has them ponytailed with them just being out without them being braided off the head. Interesting hairstyle. You really don't see many people wearing this. We've seen it on XXXTentacion when he has it braided double braids back, but they are braided all the way down. But we do not see that with Lil Skies. You see how it's braided back right there. Now here's a blurry little close-up of Lil Skies' dread. You can't really see too much of it. But first things first, let's talk about his hair type. Based on this edited photo of him before he actually got the braids in, you can see that his hair is actually really curly. So we can say that his hair type is probably a 3A. 3A is right in between really coarse and curly hair and wavy hair. So knowing that, we can move on to the method he chose to get his dreadlocks. First and foremost, we've seen that he would always rock the braids. Now one thing is that he didn't use braid locks to get braids. Braid locks is basically getting braids and allowing them to lock up. Because we see pictures of him with not just a sloppy Joe, but with his dreadlocks and them being thick, this just tells me that he started with twist and rip and then did crochet hooking. The beautiful thing about twist and rip is that it allows you to keep the length of your hair, and it also allows you to create the dreadlocks really quick. You can even create them within a day. That's why we've seen him go from braids to dreadlocks in such a quick time. Now we're gonna move on to the maintenance he does choose for his dreadlocks. Now as far as his hair type and the way his dreadlocks look with the wispy ends and everything like that, and how tight and maintained they are in such a short amount of time, we can say that he does a lot of crochet hooking. He could have even done a little bit of palm rolling at the beginning. Palm rolling essentially just will pull in all that loose hair. Crochet hooking does the same thing. It's just a little more directed with pulling in that loose hair. But if you want to get your dreadlocks like him, you could definitely start out with twist and rip and then move on to crochet hooking, and it'll especially work best if you have a 3A or a 2C type hair, because that is around his hair type. It is going to be pretty interesting seeing Lil Skies with dreadlocks now, since he did have braids for such a long time. And we'll just see how people take his dreads, because I know a lot of celebrities will have a certain hairstyle for such a long amount of time. Like look at Lil Yachty, look at A$AP Rocky, look at Travis Scott. All of these people have had their hairstyles for such a long time, and it's such an iconic hairstyle. And there will be times to where people will say, I want braids like A$AP Rocky, or I want braids like Lil Yachty, or I want dreadlocks like a certain person. It's just because their hair is so iconic. Now moving on to the hairstyle that he does choose, we can see that he has done it a lot lately with the double braids back and just letting the lengths of them hang down without braiding them back. But we can't really get too far into the hairstyles because we haven't seen too much of him. But maybe in the future we'll see more of Lil Skies with his dreads. Hopefully he keeps them. It's going to be really interesting to see the progression of his dreadlocks and see what he does with them. Will he color them? Will he cut them? We all don't know. But it's going to be interesting to stay updated on what he's going to be doing with his dreads. So guys, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I did just start an Instagram page for the channel, so make sure to go follow it at DREADLOCK. There is no post on it yet, not even an icon for me. But if you guys do go follow, you'll be one of the first ones to follow. And the first picture up will be of Lil Skies and his dreadlocks. So make sure to go follow us on there. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the style of video, make sure to give it a thumbs up as well. Comment down who you guys want to see next. I want to give a huge shout out to, so make sure to leave a comment on this video so you can get a shout out in the next one. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.